They say that every cloud has a silver lining, but it's also true that every disaster has a silver lining. And by silver lining, I mean animals, because they always know what's up. Last year, an earthquake of magnitude 7.6 hit the city of Herat in Afghanistan. But this is not the story of that earthquake. This is the story of what happened 2 days before the earthquake. 2 days before the earthquake, people noticed something strange, something they had never seen before. Cows were refusing to enter their sheds. Ducks were refusing to go inside their kennels. They all wanted to be outside, far away from their homes. Their instinct was telling them that something was wrong. They could feel the impending doom in their bones. And their reactions were so strange that people made a social media post about it. But no one could have guessed what was going to happen next. 2 days after this post, the earthquake struck. And although more than 1,000 people lost their lives, many were able to escape because some cows and dogs had saved their lives. They alerted the locals about the impending earthquake and gave them enough time to escape. You see, animals don't just react strangely before earthquakes. Even in the middle of one, they behave very differently. And these reactions can help scientists improve their earthquake detection systems. It may sound far-fetched, but let me tell you this, animals can save lives. In 2009, a group of scientists from Georgia Tech set up a seismograph in a local zoo. They attached the equipment to the enclosure of a polar bear named Clyde. See, Clyde was not just any polar bear. He was an expert-level earthquake reporter. You see, when the bear Chuli earthquake hit, he started pacing frantically. And once the earthquake was over, he stopped just as abruptly. The scientists checked their equipment and found that Clyde's activity had recorded the earthquake and its intensity. In fact, his reaction was so sensitive that it even detected the foreshocks. After this, the scientists installed motion sensors in several enclosures. Some animals showed signs of restlessness during the earthquake. There was Clyde again, the star of our story, along with a penguin, an African wild dog, a snow leopard, a mountain gorilla, and a jaguar. Now, why do animals behave like this? Why are they so sensitive that they can sense an earthquake before it happens or while it is happening? Well, we do have a few theories. For starters, animals hear sounds at a much higher pitch than humans, which means they can hear the sounds produced by tectonic plates shifting. Also, they feel the changes in the Earth's magnetic field. Plus, animals have sensitive whiskers and tails that can sense the minute vibrations in the air and on the ground. Most importantly, they can smell chemicals released from the ground before an earthquake occurs. And all of these things give them an idea of what's coming. But here's the thing, animals are not reliable earthquake detectors. Yes, their instincts are sharp, but they cannot issue timely alerts. So how can we use this knowledge? Well, scientists are working on it. They're developing a network of sensors that will work like a security system. Just like how we get alerts on our phones, they want to get alerts on their devices, except instead of funny memes, they'll get earthquake warnings. This will give people enough time to take cover. But this is not the only thing scientists are doing. Some researchers are focusing on specific animals. They've trained dogs to detect minute vibrations in the ground. And this may sound like a very long shot, but dogs can actually save lives because they can detect earthquakes 30 minutes before they happen. And that's enough time for people to take cover. But if you're still unconvinced, let me tell you this. Even ancient civilizations knew about earthquake detecting dogs. The Chinese kept dogs as earthquake reporters, and the Romans even had earthquake detecting toads. And don't think that frogs are out of the picture because they can sense earthquakes too. A study published last year used data from a frog monitoring project called the Community-Based Amphibian Monitoring Network. The project was started to monitor the health of frogs. But the data also revealed something else. It showed that frogs were moving towards the surface right before an earthquake occurred. So the next time you're outside and your dog suddenly runs away or a frog jumps out of nowhere, you know what to blame. And maybe, just maybe, you should take cover. After all, they say it's better to be safe than sorry.